to be here tonight with everybody. I know that the Iranian Association, Kaveh and many of its team and volunteers have been working really hard on this wonderful project. And we've had really several meetings in different places as the Iranian Association has moved offices a few times over the course of the project. And they have been really a wonderful and supportive team of each other and of all of their volunteers. And I think what we're going to see tonight is going to be very impressive indeed. Development of the tape recorder, magnetic tape recorder, that people first became really interested in this topic of oral history. Any idea when tape recorders were developed? Any guess in the audience? How many years ago? 19 something? Any idea? Not too long ago, but further back than 1970. Any way further back? Further back than 1960. It was actually around 1948. So quite a long way back. But of course, with technology, it takes time for it to become developed in a way that is cheap enough for everybody to buy. So 1948 is around the time when tapes were first developed, and it was really began to be a popular form. It was in the 1970s really that oral history really began to take off in universities and in the academic worlds. And we say of oral history that it is a paradox. It's perhaps one of the youngest forms of history, because it's only recently a subject that you can study in universities, but it's also one of the oldest forms of history. Some people say it's the prehistory of history, because, of course, talking and passing on ideas and information and memories orally through speech is what everybody has been doing long before there was any such technology to record in sound. So we say oral history is a paradox, and it's something that's very, very old, but it's also very modern. It's only really in the last few decades that people in the universities have started to realise what a wealth of material and what a valuable methodology it is to discover information about the past. And to switch slide.
So the food evolves as we can see, and comes closer and closer to the fare that we are familiar with in our kitchens. When we get to the 20th and 21st century, by the middle of 20th century, the whole dynamics of family has changed. Women are working and families are smaller. There are less servants around to do the preparation, and time becomes of the essence. So we have the concept of faster, speedier food to get prepared instead of 2-3 hours or half a day in 45 minutes, half an hour. And in addition to that, we have the Western influence, the number of people being able to travel abroad, and foreigners who come to Iran increases quite a lot, and we get food like pizzas and pastas and hamburger and all the things that are very quick and easy to make. But in Iran, when we go back to traditional occasions like weddings and funerals and New Year, we always revert back to our traditional dishes. And it gives Persian hosts great pleasure to reproduce those old recipes for our guests.
Over the last few years, Iranian associations, research and consultations have indicated that there is a lack of public awareness about the Persian food culture, although there are many culinary trends that lead back to Persia. The Iranian Association expects the project to contribute to increasing the public awareness and making the Iranian community in Britain proud of their food culture. We are pleased to say that more than 50 members of the Iranian community have supported the project voluntarily by being involved in various project activities such as research, interviews, filming, events, and advisory group. We'd like to use this opportunity to thank all of the people who have supported the project. We managed to record around 40 hours of interviews with 28 members of the community. All the interviews have talked about very interesting and important issues, but the film you're going to watch tonight covers only around 1 hour of all the interviews. In 2010, the Mediterranean diet, Mexican cuisine, and the gastronomic meal of the French were successfully nominated for the list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity under the UNESCO Convention. This step marks a significant shift in international recognition of food waste as heritage. We hope that the Iranian food culture will also be recognized on the UNESCO's list of Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in future.